everybody. We're starting to stream a little bit early today just to get a good team picture here of 101st Airborne lining up here in the middle HQ. Look at them all here with a satchel going off. Beautiful as always. Oh, did he dismantle it? He dismantled it. Okay. And the lag becomes very real.
Yeah, I don't know why the allies are so much further behind.
Okay, so it looks like well, everybody will get to the points pretty okay here. One truck is going to try to barrel it inside, see how far they can make it. Oh no, he stopped. Oh, guys, you always got to keep going to the truck. You might as well just waste the truck as much as you can. See if we can get OPs or anything up there and keep going through. Let's take a look at the maps, though. We do have plenty of presence for the Axis by windmills. We'll go check here momentarily to see what the Ally presence looks like.
Thanks. From windmill towards the east side. So kind of what I said before about there not being a lot of cover, you got to play the terrain. You really can't play the terrain towards windmill and towards north and south at the same time. So you really end up vulnerable to one or the other. And if you control windmills and you can get tanks and AT guns up there, you really make it difficult for armor to kind of exist on the high points on each side. Kursk is really going to put a lot of pressure on the spotters for these tanks to be playing their best game possible, because a lot of the places that you can get hit from any direction, and you got to figure out where it is, what it is, as fast as possible, and deal with the threat. Otherwise, you're going to be losing a lot of tanks.
And just like that, the T-70 sneaks up behind him and knocks out that AT gun. Okay. All right, so just a scattered engage, not as many forces over at windmills as I was expecting. Just a few so far. So we'll have to see how that develops over the course of the game. Let's go back to the Olangs, where we see 101st really getting control over the point right now. Oh, look at all that smoke wicks.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously prepared. I mean, the Allies side is boxed out right now. There's nothing but open field to cross. You can't even really rely on the grass to conceal you. If console is anything like PC, in fact, I imagine it might be even worse, where at distance that grass just disappears. So you can't even rely on the long grass to conceal you. You really got nothing there, so you just got to throw smoke and keep charging and hope somehow you slip through.
Yeah, exactly. Over here on the right-hand side, we hear the MG42s buzzing away. 3 MG42s up on the right-hand side. 401st, one just got obliterated, though. So yeah, 101st Airborne goes up 3-2 here. So we'll look to see how they develop towards defensive depth. Probably get a Garrison up at windmills here in just a second. And then we'll see another Garrison go up near Yamki, and then maybe a midway one up here or something like that. Depending how far west they put the one at windmills. But remember, those are recon spotters up there, so they don't have support. They can't call in support, so we'll look to maybe see a supply drop or something. Or a supply truck coming in from Major 24 from the back. But of course, we're just waiting to see how the armor position will develop. Still no heavy spawn from 101st. Sitting at 910 fuel.
Absolutely insane, if you ask me. What in the hell are you waiting for?
So the Panzer IV and 2 Luxes are still alive, so we just have to wait for these tanks to pretty much waste themselves here. In the sector, actually. That's, what is that? That's a nice one right there, taking some shots from the hilltop. Rocket from the side comes in from War Daddy. Side shot comes in from an AT gun, I think. Or no, Panzer IV over there on the right side. Another rocket comes in the side.
Oh man, if both those rockets were body hits, then that IS-1 would be dead.
Yeah.
Either one of the rockets or the P4 missed, and that's the only reason he's alive right now.
IS-1 taking some front shots from the P4. Remember, the P4 won't be able to pin it from the front. I'm gonna get up a Gary to the flank of Yamki. AT gun up over here, Tiger down to the south. Then we have another Tiger coming up from left HQ. Once again, everybody, we're not seeing the usual close quarters engagements as we usually do, like maps like SME, SMDM. So most of this is just going to be long range rifling back and forth. Until, of course, we get to the more intense last moments of the game, or going to see an all-in push or something with tanks and the Airhead, all that kind of good stuff, right? But for majority of the game, we expect to see nice long-range tank engagements, and we'll just have to see which side is able to gain that little bit of edge of armor.
Not many people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I always try to monitor the chevrons and just have some, like you said, have somebody nearby to tell you if it's serious or not. And as we mentioned earlier, everybody, this Airhead has fallen in the back of the point, and no one is coming from 21st. And this is the bug that I was telling everybody about earlier with the sound not coming in. And there's nobody within 100 meters of this Airhead, so 101st is going to be able to get a spawn wave back here. And we're going to have to see how much they commit. Airhead is clear. It is golden. Once again, nobody from 21st is even like a rocket shot close. Oh my gosh.
You can see a long-range tank shot, but I don't think they're aware of it.
Yeah, I think maybe Vabino is maybe aware of it. Spawn wave does come in. 4 guys. Oh, we have a PPSH going off to our bottom. Okay. So we do have a response back here from DJ and Insert. But they're going to be a little bit far away here. We'll have to see if they put up their OPs closer to calling some backup. Ritz hiding in the bush, trying to defend the Airhead. Getting peppered with the PPSH. Another spawn wave should be coming in momentarily. Airhead has been marked, so artillery's starting to fall on it. Another spawn wave comes in. Oh, artillery's just a little bit off there. Just a little bit off. Okay, so we see 3 SLs plus the commander on the screen. 1 SL just get taken out. So this 101st squad leads will look to get their OPs in the trenches here momentarily. Nagat squad goes up.
They are getting into the trenches. I think you probably would like to see maybe a little bit better Airhead placement. You could prep spots to make sure that you can fit it in, but there's like that kind of half-open trench a little bit to the west there that they maybe could have used, but once the arty comes down, there's really not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, very true. We have ZK moving up here. General Insert looking up to clean up this little bit of spawn. Airhead is still alive. ZK moving in on it. Katusha was called in to knock it out as well. ZK, I think, is on top of it. Okay, yeah, Airhead got taken out. Okay. So the Airhead goes down, and looks like all the OPs too are wiped as well. Okay, so 21st Army Group is all good to go, and we'll have to see if they try again later. But a good response by 21st, getting SLs obviously spawning back, and the Garrison's back there. Okay, map situation check, everybody. We have over to the right, we have 1 Panzer IV by Olengs. And then we have the Tiger, as we saw just below. 1, 2 AT guns up by Windmills. 3rd AT gun up over here. 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Axis are at max AT guns. Now the Tiger spawned, I think, in the right HQ. Okay, so the right HQ Tiger, so it'll be 3 Tigers now. So we'll have 2 at Windmills, I'm guessing, going forward, and then 1 over at Olengs. I think that's how... Yeah, I think I've seen us, when we played Axis on this map, have it set up as well, right? So 1 Tiger over on the east side with this, and then 2 Tigers up at Windmills, if I remember correctly.
And try to make it to the high ground now if they can before the next round of Tigers comes up. But even then, I mean, I don't even know if the Soviets really control the right areas for that to work, but that would be the idea. You get the tanks down and you move your tanks up and you try to pin them back into the same thing.
We see 1 Tiger spawn to the right, so it looks like they're going to join their buddy Tiger over here along with the P4 and just anchor Oleg's house for the moment. The Axis still do have that Garrison over here at Windmills, so they can spawn in infantry as they please.
Yeah, so they've gotten up far enough that the high ground isn't going to be able to see them, so that's good to see. That's what we kind of were. That's what I was kind of suggesting they needed to do once we saw that the Tigers at Windmill went down. Now they got to find a way to kind of get into a position where they can maybe start to engage the Tigers near the hard cap. I'm not sure why they're kind of bottlenecking at the bridge. Either of these tanks can drive over most of the trenches on this map. No need to really bottleneck yourself at the bridge.
Here in the back, 2 Tigers, 3 Tigers pushing up on the right-hand side of the map. IS-1's taking some shots here.
Sure if that was a hit or a ricochet hit. Or a hit ricochet, two things shooting at him, though. Never a good feeling.
This one's trying to gain some ground here.
It might be safe. But one thing you get on the Soviet side, the Soviet tanks are by far the most bouncy tanks. They are a nightmare to have to shoot at. Particularly on maps. I mean, there's some places on Kursk to be sure.
Grassy pooch! Oh no! Okay, infantry was able to save him.
But on Stalingrad too, where there's a lot of fences and junk that they can hide behind, if you don't, what I'm getting at is if you don't have your choice of where to shoot it can be real tough because the turrets are very bouncy, very good angles on them, and even the front of the IS-1. I mean, having to shoot at Allied tanks is kind of a nightmare, to be honest.
Oh, no. Okay, somebody got an angle on the opposite side. I think that was a T-34. Yep, T-34, okay. So IS-1's still alive right here, but it's all by its lonesome.
It's like, there's not a lot of cost to it. Like, if you weren't, building the AT gun, you'd just be dying anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Katyusha comes in on the point. Actually, a big spawn wave comes back in for 101st. They responded with a reinforce and a big spawn wave here for that camp pressure that was coming in front door. Katyusha's coming in as well, trying to wipe out that Gary on point. It did get the Gary on point, actually. Okay, so making a little bit of progress here. Making a little bit of progress for 21st. Panzer IV gets Yeah, go ahead, Wix.
Sorry, I was just saying, we saw the big spawn wave on the Gary right before it got taken out, showing that they're taking it seriously, maybe pulling people back from other places, so... Even if they don't cap here, maybe they can take ground somewhere else.
Yeah, Gary's immediately reset up, though, by 101st, so good job communicating that, get the support supplies down for that. And that's the art of being a competitive team, to losing a Garrison and getting it right back up. Put down a whole bunch of AP mines in the trench as much as possible to really just slow down the enemy's push. Tiger 1 was just spawned in the east. Go ahead, Wix.
Use your grenades too if you have them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Grenades are... I don't know if it's realistic, but they feel a little underpowered maybe in this game compared to other games, but when you're in a trench, you're really eliminating any left or right variance, right? You just have to get the distance right, and they're going to be in the trench. So there's no like left or right kind of variance with it, so... The grenades become a little bit more valuable, I think, in the trench too, and it'll help clear out any AP mines as well ahead of you.
Oh man! That spawn wave just got deleted on this Gary back here from 21st. Artillery zeroed in on it, and suddenly the Axis may have a chance to cap this if the artillery keeps shutting down that Garrison. We should be seeing another spawn wave here for the next 10 seconds, I think. And now it's decision time for 101st that they want to commit to this. We'll get a backline view of the Garrison. The Garrison is still alive right there, everybody. Right to the bottom of our screen. Spawn wave should be coming in. Big spawn wave comes in. Will the artillery round land? Okay, gets about half.
Pretty good outcome for 21st, all things considered.
Yep.
Pretty good RNG. And that one even better, because if it came back on the other side, then it could have killed everybody that the first one missed. But they got a little bit of luck there.
Yep. Okay, front door Garrison is up, so 101st can send the kitchen sink back here.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Looks like this is going to be a cap.
Yep. The fighting in the trenches continues. Should we see another big spawn wave here in just a second? Another big spawn wave comes in. Oh, and the artillery is off.
I already moved, I think.
Oh.
I think he moved off it because that's too far to the left.
Yeah. Oh man. Cap progress, though, still coming in for 101st. Reinforce was dropped on Oleg's, but they should be committing everybody here.
I could very well be wrong, but it looks like that already was shifted a little bit in a way that might have just screwed him. Or maybe the RNG's just been unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The cap's coming back in 101st favor. Oh, there's the big spawn wave. Is there Artie for it?
Oh.
It's moved.
Yeah, I think he moved it just a little bit. Oh, he moved it just a little bit.
I don't know how you get a foot. I mean, one of those, he had to have noticed he got like 7 or 8 on one round.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was asked. I mean, I don't want to be unfair to the Artie player, but I mean, you got to notice when you get a big hit like that. And then, okay, your next few rounds, you're not going to hit anything. But you know what that tells you? It tells you that you're camping a Garrison with your Artie right there.
Yep.
And if you're doing that while your team's camping, you don't fucking move the Artie.
Okay, artillery round goes off in the back. It's a few more. And this cap is very, very close. Okay, there we go. Artie's come back.
Yeah, they might have found it again.
Yep. Camp progress going back in favor of 101st again. They lost.
It's tough to tell because of the variance of the shells. It's like wherever you're aiming, it could land anywhere within like a 25-meter radius, I think.
Yeah.
Roughly. But it definitely did seem like it strayed away from that Gary a little bit, but maybe now is... Yeah, back on target, I think.
Another big spawn wave comes in. Will we see... Oh!
Yep, we found it again.
Oh my god. Oh, they all came in and got immediately obliterated. It looks like another Garrison went up to the over there. Wonder if the commander dismantled this one? No, Garrison's still up. Just brutal Artie shells.
It'd be a tough call, but you got to think about that at this point. This Garrison, if the Artie stays on it, is going to be functionally useless.
Yep.
And it's not always easy, man. That landed right on top of the Garrison. But it's not always easy to dismantle a Garrison on the point when you're struggling with it. But man, if you can get another one down, you might have to, because nobody's getting off that right now.
Yeah. All right, so 101st deciding not to commit everybody to the attack, so they're going to be... They held back some bodies there on defense, though, make sure Oleg's was okay. But as we see here, pretty much the entire, almost the entire 21st Armored Group was redeployed back to the defense here to save the point. I think 101st got around 80% cap right there, maybe 85. And yeah, so they're able to gain a whole bunch of map control, I think, after that. Around, like, plenty of places he could sneak around. He just has to play this really smart. Hopefully he's gotten a gear up somewhere to the west and he's not just raw dogging it by himself into the point.
Going for the Gary right now, and there's nobody around that looks like they're going to be able to...
Does he have any...
somebody's shooting.
Cosmo, he does have a little bit of a backup here.
Ooh, that's interesting. Katyushka comes in now, too.
Okay, Captain Kirk takes out the Gary. Will we see an Airhead? Remember, the plane for that is bugged, everybody, so we have to pretty much look up to the sky and see if we see anything called in for the Allies. Don't see
I like the timing of the Katyushka, too, because the Garrison goes down. You know, the Katyushka is unpredictable and unreliable, but if you think it's going to make it harder for the next little bit to get supplies down, it's going to make it harder for, even though supplies could get destroyed, so... Pretty good timing there, and we'll see if they can get enough bodies here. They certainly have an avenue into the point now. The Garrison's down. There's nobody from 101st on the point right now, so you can't even say, oh, we'll rebuild the Garrison. There's nobody there. Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
And I don't see a spawn very close by either. So it's just the question now is going to be whether 21st can just funnel enough bodies in there to take control of the hard cap and hold it.
Yeah, we do have this Tiger over here to the east side that has a good mark on the point. Camp progress begins. Under 7 minutes left. Oh, this would be an interesting ending. I think they did get a Garrison up, judging by the multiple... so the same classes coming into the screen room.
Yeah, Airhead's got to come down. You have complete control of the hard cap. Where is the Airhead? Right in the middle of that. Hopefully protected from tanks to just get your whole team in there. That's, I mean, if it's not off cooldown, which it could be, maybe we missed it, but I mean, it's almost too late now. Not to say they can't hold it, but it's almost too late for the Airhead to really seal it. But I think there was an opportunity there.
Yeah, Tiger and Panzer IV moving towards the point right now. Under 6 minutes left to go. Go ahead, Wix.
I like to point out this when it happens so people kind of understand what you're seeing right now is the benefit of map control, right? This is 21st taking look, it was a great play. It looks like it's getting snuffed out, but it was a great play that really gave them a chance to cap. But it was not an opportunity taken through map control. It was an opportunity taken through sneaking around and getting some spawns up. What you see and why map control is so important and why the best teams play for map control over almost anything else is this is what happens. Is they get, some people onto the hard cap and the map control just squeezes the hard point until there's nothing left. And that's why map control is so important.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the thing, like talking about during briefs and everything, right? If we start to see camp pressure come in on the point, we just got to understand where our... almost a really nice rocket there. We have to understand where our spawn points are around the point, and if we don't have any spawn points, obviously it's terrible, but as long as we have spawn points around it, and it can respawn from multiple directions, we should be just fine, right? And that's what 101st just proved there, as Wix was mentioning.
And what happens and what the benefit of this could be in if there was more time left is obviously they pulled people back to hardpoint, and now you see that they've gained ground in other places. If this was earlier in the game and that happened, you'd say, well, great. Well, now even though they didn't cap, they pulled enough 101st guys back that they were able to get control elsewhere. And that's one way that you can gain map control is through that. So it's all kind of related. I mean, even though the play on the hard cap wasn't a map control play, it brings 101st back, and you gain map control that way. The problem is that was really their one bite at the apple because there's 4 minutes left now, and any map control that 21st gains right now is really irrelevant because it's not enough. It's not enough for them to cap the point. But I do like to point out whenever I see the map control plays because it really tells you how you got to think about this game on kind of a macro level. Is that you can get your guys up in the hard cap. But if you don't get the spawns down around us, if you don't take the ground around it, either you might cap the point, but you'll immediately give it back. But most of the time, you're not even going to cap the point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, everybody. So 101st Airborne will be your Division 3 champions for this season of the Premier League. So congratulations to 101st for a very solid victory here today on Kursk.